Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a fantastic instrument manufactured by the Roland Corporation called a JD-Xi. Let's get this changed. Comes in like this. We're going to change that pattern and we're going to go from 16 steps to 64. Let's zoom in over here and I will show you how we're going to do that. So we're going to zoom in on our screen right here. And then we will show you what it says. So we can do this slower, we can do this fast. Let me show you how I do it fast. We'll go menu and then we're going to go over to chord pattern length. We're going to hit enter. We're going to go 1 to 4 and hit enter a couple of times and then we're done. That's how fast, once you learn how to do JD-Xi, you can get that to a 64 step pattern. Just that fast. I'll show it to you one more time. We're going to go shift plus 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 and get to an initialized program, right? And then to get that into 16, from 16 to 64, we're going to go menu and we're going to go over to pattern length, hit enter, and we're going to hit plus plus, and just that fast. So it's really fast. I mean, I've had this instrument for a couple of years now, about 6, and so I'm accustomed to making changes on it pretty fast. So let's do something here. So that's the key of so we have a G, a B, and a D. So that's going to be the key of H natural. If we add a G in the bottom down here, now we got a H natural with a minor 9 as a modified harmonic. So why don't we build a chord structure off of that? Something like that. How about that? We'll use that as our chord progression. Let's slow this down to accommodate my hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's coming in on a knit tone, and let's change this over to, let's go to brass with it. Here is that's JP8 brass, soft synth brass, poly. So that's soft synth brass. What we do, if we press real-time record and we turn our cutoff on resonance, it'll record that. So let's try it. So that recorded those filter sweeps. Let's get a rhythm pattern. So let's take a look at this rhythm pattern that we're going to delete, and I'll show you how. This is it in isolation, just by itself. I don't like that. So if you got something and you don't like it, you hit shift, erase, and you hit erase again, shift, erase, enter, and it's gone. Just like that. So now there's no drums and we can start that over again. So I'm going to unmute by hitting shift and DS1. get a bass pattern. That's a knit tone. Let's go to bass. Sequence bass 1, that's what that is. And so why don't we do that as a sequence? And we're going to smear that all the way across, just like that. And we're going to go to page 2 by hitting our shift button and 2. And we're going to smear it across again. And then we're going to go shift and page 3. We're going to change keys. What was it? It's C. So we go to C, and then we'll go shift and 4 and to the F. Now that's F if you're watching this in Southern California. If you're watching that on the East Coast, this is actually a G minor natural minor 9. So only on the West Coast is that an F. Change our filter here, low pass, high pass. Change that. Leave it at that right there. And we can bring some effects in on that. Or not. And I'm not hearing anything in there that I like. Last but not least, we have analog synth right here. Let's unmute this and it's kind of dry, so we're going to give it some reverb and delay. Let's take this to 124. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this performance. If so, would you do me a favor? Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you feel so inclined. Definitely hit that like, please. Thank you for watching.